Hello. Hello, hello. So, this will be another drawing stream. This is what we got done last time. Drawing Pokemon IRL. Kind of IRL, kind of not, because the Trubbish one doesn't seem to exactly follow realistic lighting or anything like that. But I think it's cute. I think it's cute. And that's what we're aiming for. So, last time it was this Klefki with a Labubu and a Molfusson Pikachu and an Eiffel Tower for funsies, and the Trubbishes, the shiny one giving the instructions. And this time we could do Munchlax. And for Munchlax's scenery, I have this apple thingy going on. I think this might be a fun one. And then I think we could also do Ayo. Yeah, I think the Munchlax one could be super cool. Very cute, very cute. Food Cats is the name of this folder that I've made, and I think one of these. I'm aware that Shinx isn't so cat-like. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm actually pretty happy with these myself as well. Yeah, I think they look nice. Yeah, food cats. Yes. So Shinx isn't exactly maybe a cat, or maybe it is. I'm not exactly sure. Cat-like, somewhat. The ears are throwing me off, big time. But then yeah, Fridge Cat could be one as well. So I think definitely the Munchlax could be fun to start with. Plus Aeoli's been like, I say nagging, but I mean it with all the love I can possibly get in a sentence. Me to draw a Munchlax thing. So this is me holding, keeping my promises. Eventually. Let's see, what is this random layers? Oh, it's the, yeah, it's whenever I would say something and then make a random ass explanation layer. Let's see, what brush do I have on? Oh, I have the nice one. I think we can work with that, or maybe, you know what, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with the default round brush. 6. I always work with a 6, I think. So let's see, some kind of basket maybe, and then a passed out Munchlax, and then like the person who discovers it, their shadowing over it. That could be fun, like if they were discovered, the Munchlaxes. How do I do that though, so that the composition doesn't become way too just like one line and everything's on that same line, because that doesn't look so interesting anymore. Let's see. Hello, welcome to Lurk. Lurkers are always welcome. drawing a Munchlax in a apple basket. Otake Entertainment. I'm so excited for the Otake customizable model. I'm not even kidding. Like, I get that this is free promo, but this is not just for the purposes of promo, obviously. But I'm also genuinely excited, and I really want to make a little testing stream where I try it out and see if I can make the snail. If I can make the snail tuber. Because I think that would be super fun. Yeah. Oh, sneak peek stream. Maybe if I get my gracious and lovely friends convinced that I'm a good person to give the model to sneak peek. I think that could be done. Also, I'm kind of afraid that this is gonna end up looking like baby Jesus in his crib. But if that happens, that happens. And we will look at it then. Oh man. Nothing's wrong with baby Jesus. I just think that it might be kind of not exactly where I'm aiming with this drawing. If you catch my drift. I'm not aiming to draw a baby Jesus. However, if this Munchlax ends up baby Jesus, then I will put a whole collection of animals around him and maybe some wise men. Looks like a basket, doesn't it? It's a funny idea though. Baby Jesus Munchlax. Perfect line. Yes. Put some apples. Should they have like bites taken off of them? Maybe. Crossover episode. I would want to see that. That sounds epic. Maybe after this apple thing is done, I'll make a baby Jesus version. I think that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. That one should be a bit smaller. Because I'm trying to kind of make the effect that it's somewhere in the distance. I love like these apples over here. They look so scrumptious. Actually, earlier today, like 30 minutes before I started, I baked. Happy lurking. So I baked some cookies with this sugar-free recipe. And what were in them? Was now I want an apple. Apples luckily are easier to obtain than well, soon you'll want cookies, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I was baking and I put one grated apple and then what else was there? Some dark chocolate, oat flakes, butter, one egg, and coconut. What are they? Coconut flakes? And then also, my god, why can't I remember? Dates! Oh my god, yeah, dates! The dough called for like 200 grams of peeled dates or something called date paste. But I don't know what date paste is, and we had dates, so I just peeled some dates. And my god, that's so sticky. Imagine you have to like take the date and like if this is the date, right? Like this. Right? The date has a stone inside of it and then like the flesh, and this is looking like something completely different. But you have to like basically cut it in half with your fingers like this, and then you have to peel it, and this bit like around it peels off pretty easily. And then this bit also peels off pretty easily because it's not like connected to the skin. So you get like the hat of the date, and then you get like the whatever is around the date, right? But then this bit over here that's really connected to like the wherever it would grow from, I assume, is really difficult to get off. Really, really difficult. And then it has the little seed inside of it as well. But luckily dates are pretty heavy. So the 200 grams was like not as many dates as it could have been if dates weren't as heavy. If that makes sense. Actually, dates. Let's put it in the random layers. But yeah, they turned out really, really good. Actually, because I'm allergic to eggs, I made some without egg, and then the rest of them I used the egg in. And the only difference so far is that the eggy ones, they stay together a bit better than the ones without egg, as one would guess. But flavor-wise, they're pretty much the same. Actually, I'm really interested in knowing if... How big is a Munchlax? Can it fit? 61 centimeters. Okay. Okay. We have to do some math. How big is a basket? 61? That's pretty big. I'm just thinking of the apples in comparison to the Munchlax. Like, what should be going on in there? Incredibly heavy too. Yeah, I think so. Hold up. And we should probably put like Pokemon berries there as well. I'm gonna actually Google a picture of Munchlax next to apple. I don't know if this is a good idea. Okay, it's holding an apple in its hands, and the apple looks like regular, like if a human was holding an apple. This might be an issue. But 61? Can't like a toddler be 61 centimeters tall? This is really, really getting to me. What if it isn't realistic at all? Anyway, I found some berries. Let's put them in the scenery. Why not? Oh, baby Munchlax. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's actually a really nice idea. I'll do that. Thank you. I don't know. I don't think I've ever... Okay. My bad Pokemon knowledge, skills, strike again. I didn't consider that that would be an option. That's the head. Those are the teeth. Yeah, it is my drawing, so fuck what anybody else says. Am I right? But yeah, that's a really, really good, good suggestion. I'll just go for it. Oh my god. This looks so weird. The Munchlax is kind of the boo-boo shape, isn't it? Look at the ears. Now that looks like Totoro. Actually pretty good, I guess, training for drawing something that's more accurate to how it should look like. Yeah, the baby Jesus crossover. For real. I'm a bit, I don't want to be accused of blasphemy. How the hell do I do the feet? It has like a skirt on? This is a very strange shape. I'm honestly pretty impressed that all the Pokemon are so successful, even in 3D. Because I would imagine that many of the designs were made with like 2D in mind, because that was way to do things back then. Now, how does this work? Ooh. That looks kind of... I think I'm just drawing a Moomin. What the hell? My Finnishness taking hold of me. The Moomin emerges. Whatever I draw, it's all Moomin. Okay, thank god, it's not all Moomin, but... yeah, that was an exaggeration. However... Does the like light part go around its entire head? Munchlax, turn around. Yes, it does. What? That's interesting. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's nice enough. I think. Also, if you hear some cooking sounds, they shouldn't be too loud, but do tell me if they get too loud, and I'll try to, I don't know, change the settings of the microphone. That's pretty cute, not gonna lie. Should it be just apples, or should it... I think it's gonna be just apples. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's been all kinds of beeping and, you know, live sounds. It's normal, but... wasn't sure if they were audible or not. Isn't Snorlax's, I think Snorlax's kind of like signature item is the leftovers. So that's what I'm trying to... that's what I'm trying to put here. At least when I caught my Snorlax in Heart Gold, it had leftovers on it. I think. That's why it was so OP, because it kept like healing itself all the time. Which was really annoying to battle against back when Pokemon games were actually difficult. My god. actually never drawn a half-eaten apple before. It's really satisfying to kind of think of the round shape of the apple and then put the remains so that it looks like it was once an apple. I think that's pretty cute. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, same. That would actually get me playing Pokemon if there was something that, yeah, like you said, provides a bit of challenge and isn't just a like just the, like, oh yeah, collect these things and then go here. It's like a fetch quest that never ends, right? Technically. Not very fun anymore at that point. But I think it's because nowadays I don't think kids would play a difficult game as much as like we did back in the day, because we were kind of forced to, because that's what games were. They actually provided some kind of challenge. Tried the new Digimon game, but that was so easy. It literally has an autoplay function to skip through battles faster, and I was playing on hard. What? Is the autoplay available also on hard? I'd be really surprised if it is. I definitely know of games that have an autoplay. Like, I play some games with an autoplay feature, like Cookie Run has autoplay. And Star Rail has autoplay. But I don't think I'm so bothered by the autoplay there, because in some cases I'm more interested in, for example, in Star Rail, the mini games that they offer, and not the what's it called? The actual gameplay. But it's really surprising to hear that the game would have autoplay also on hard mode. Because at least, for example, Star Rail, what it does is it disables the autoplay function when you're in a story thing where you have to kind of get through it yourself, and then they put some cutscenes and whatever in there as well. So yeah, I guess the audience really is getting more and more used to like no challenge at all. Game isn't really about battling all that much apparently. I guess it's more about grinding and the story, but I recently finished Expedition 33 before that, and I played that on Expert, so the contrast was just way too big. Yeah, I can imagine. My god, I haven't played Expedition yet, but at some point, I hope I will. Just having a unreasonably hard time playing games nowadays. I don't really know why. Maybe it's just how it is nowadays. Nobody tries anything new and kind of just sticks to what they already know that they like. Which is like, I don't know, sucks kind of, but I'm also doing it, so should just make the change instead of I guess complaining about it if I really want to change something. Oh, are you gonna see a concert live, or is there gonna be some kind of streamed concert? Sounds really exciting. Either way, I could stream it. Yeah, why not? After the near things. Right now, I'm kind of testing and seeing if I like what kind of schedule suits me. when it comes to streaming. It might be twice, it might be once. I haven't really decided yet. Because like right now, for example, honestly, I have some things that I kind of should get to, but I really also like this, just drawing and chilling. So we'll see. Oh, they're gonna tour this year? They're Netherlands in April. The actual singer and composer for the game, I'm so super hyped. Drawing streams are good. Yay, thank you. And that sounds incredible. That's so cool. It's always the best when you get like the singer as well. Like, sure, some people can sing it well if it's something specific, like obviously trained professional singers and whatever. Like, they're not gonna be bad. However, it's not gonna be the exact same. So that is super, super neat. For sure. Yeah, I think I at this point prefer the drawing streams over the gaming. It's a bit easier to talk at the same time and draw versus gaming, because I actually have to focus when I game. When I game. Sounds so serious. But yeah, I guess my main aim with the Nier Automata streams is that hopefully somebody would discover the game and be like, oh wow, okay. I didn't really know about this that much, but it seems super interesting and I like the idea, so I'm gonna try it out for myself. I just think it's such a great game. Taking a very different approach to this one than I usually do. Yeah, I could experiment with something more laid back. I think for me, something more laid back is drawing. But yeah, I guess something like Katamari or like I pitched at the start of my... Well, during my debut stream, I was like, oh, I could play some Katamari. Stuff like that. I do like Katamari, it's just I wonder if I should start a new game. Or if it would actually be interesting to just replay the levels as well, because let's be honest, it's not like the story of Katamari is all that important. At least in my opinion. I mean, sure, it's funny, but it's not like you actually need to follow the story at all to play the game. It's just like harmless fun, whole game. So now some Katamari truthers gonna come up from somewhere like, no, do not slander. I'm not slandering. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, I doubt there's also very many Katamari truthers who are like completely engrossed. Maybe I could boot up Katamari real quickly after we're done with the Munchlax. And then get to the next one after one level of Katamari. That one also, it's like, depends a bit on the level. If I could properly talk during or not, because some of them are really stressful. It's like, you have this many seconds of time to build this and this big of a weird ball that you build by rolling it around. Now get to it. And you're like, okay, And in some levels they remove the... Like, they mix and match the conditions of the game in fun ways. Trying to put some stripes onto this. It's actually not that stressful. It's more so weird. Um, but it is really, really annoying when you don't succeed in creating whatever the king asks. Because it's like, oh my god, I was so close. Or then, rather, like, oh, I have absolutely no idea where I would have even got those pieces. So, like, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll do one Katamari after this one and then get to a second drawing. And for the second one, I want to draw one of the fridge cats. Maybe Per Ugly. I love that one. I think the most stressful music I've ever heard in a game is the Sonic drowning music. Bit of a random side note, but yeah. Oh, I've never heard the Sonic drowning music. I think hands down the most awful, stressful music that I know is in Zelda Twilight Princess, maybe? Either Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess, because that's the two that we had on the Wii. And I've never really played any others, so I'm very sure that it's one of those two. But anyway, there's this like level or sequence where you have to collect tears of some kind, and or like they're like parts of a flower somehow that you have to put together. And it's so stressful because there's a countdown, and then when the tears are like scattered around an area, right? And there's a countdown, and then the countdown, when it reaches 0, these like weird creatures all over the area come to life, and they will hunt you down. And yeah, all in all, it's horrible. It's very, very stressful. And yeah, it has this music, which is like bells tolling all the time, like dong, dong. It's like, ooh, I kind of like shiver in a bad way just thinking about it. Yeah, literally. Child friendly, yes, this game is suitable for children. Ages 6 and up, and then you play it and you're like, oh my god. What? Like, it's either the most, like, weirdly disturbing stuff ever, or existential dread inducing things. And then kids are like, yeah, I like this. Yeah, very, very interesting. That's actually. Not sure about that one. 6 and up rating makes no sense to me after watching the Clone Wars. Yeah, I was discussing this with. I don't know if you were there. At least Aioli. And then it was so. Like, the only thing I remember about the Clone Wars is the episode where there's the. Sorry if I'm awakening anybody's trauma. The episode where the people have this like worm thingy inside of their mouths. That's the only thing I remember, and I have such trauma from that, from as a like seeing it as a child. And torture scenes, yeah, apparently. I don't remember those. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I know that I've never really watched Clone Wars, but I remember that episode where they had the freaking weird parasite, right? It was so scary as a kid. I was actually like, no, I don't want to watch this. I don't like this. It's not fun. And it was supposed to be like a kid friendly show, and then we were watching it after sauna. My parents, it came from the TV, and then I just saw somebody like have a worm come out of their mouth or an eye or something. Ew. Yeah, disgusting. I was not a fan of that at all. Yeah, not nice. Mm-mm. And apparently that's like only one episode where it happens. Yeah, for real. I remember, well, I don't remember. I remember my mom telling me that she used to, before DVD players were a thing, it would have the video cassette thing, and she used to record Build's character. Am I right? I guess it's possible for it to, I suppose. But yeah, she would record us some TV shows that were good for kids, and it was stuff like Moomin and like, you know, like really kids shows that she would record. But then she had to like manually label the cassettes for what was on them, obviously, because you wouldn't be able to tell. It's a video cassette. They all look the same if it's just a like empty one you get from somewhere to save some stuff onto it, right? And these Moomin cassettes, they would always have if it was an episode with the Mörke, the Grok, which is I'm sure people have seen somewhere. It's like this, and then it has a nose. Looks like this. And it's really scary. And it's like, it has some hands, like this. And it basically freezes anything it touches. And it's like really tall. I think the Moomins are about this tall next to it. Oh my god, that Moomin is so rectangular. I have one job. I think it's like that. Yeah. Everything she touches, she freezes, and then she has a crush on the Moomin, I think. And it's just really scary. So sometimes when she would appear on episodes, I say she because canonically the Grok character is female. I believe the feminine pronoun is used for her in the Swedish Moomin. Like any Moomin thing that's in Swedish, right? It's a she. But yeah, in Finnish, there's no gendered pronoun for third person. So it's not until later in life that I discovered it. The Grok was a she, but like it doesn't really change much, I suppose. It's just she's really scary. But yeah, my point was that my mom had to label the videos might be scary, and then at some point she told me that she stopped kind of doing it because she was just having to label everything with might be scary, might be scary, might be scary. If it was anything that had anything that me or my siblings had ever like shown that we were scared about, like the Grok, or I mean there were other Moomin episodes as well that were deemed scary in our house. But yeah, everything she touches freezes indeed. Yeah, Moomin is really spooky. And apparently the versions of the episodes that they showed in Finland are like even darker than the episodes that they showed in Japan, because the Moomin animated show that most people here have watched as a child is the one with the Japanese animation. And you can look those up on YouTube. They have like compilations and stuff about it, like Japanese versus Finnish version. Like the Finnish version seemed to be darker and gloomier somehow, Like, I don't know what they were thinking, like, oh, the Finnish children, they'll be okay with it. The clown from The Brave Little Toaster. I don't know that one. Can't say that I've ever heard of it. Brave Little Toaster Clown. I'm gonna Google it and then say my opinion. Brave Little Toaster Clown. Oh, ew, okay. I can see why that would be very scary. Oh, the teeth are like crooked and everything. Ah, yeah. I don't like that. I would have 100% been scared as a child. Why do they do it? Like, oh, the kids will be fine. I get that some shows are like that, or they have some more adult or more, well, not adult, but I mean, in some cases, yeah, but scarier elements and stuff because they want it to be for the whole family to watch, and they also want it to be interesting for the adults who are watching. Like, imagine having to actually. Well, you know what? I don't know any TV shows of nowadays that are for kids. I don't know if Paw Patrol is like that, but imagine having to watch something that, like, I'm not gonna dog on Paw Patrol without dog on. Ha! Ha! Okay, that was pretty funny. Not me. Laughing at my own. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna dog on Paw Patrol. But yeah, imagine having to watch something that you're absolutely not interested in, and it like nothing even happens, and you're just like, oh my god, these like baby talking characters, like nuh-uh. And I guess kids do learn a lot more from something that actually has some kind of substance. The guy shows up in a nightmare and quietly whispers to run. Then he proceeds to fire a wave of forks at the toaster. Then the toaster falls in a bath. That's horrible. Imagine being a brave little toaster and then... Ew. Yeah, that's not very kind and nice behavior. Not nice at all. I think these apples look like apples enough. This one's a half. Dum. Dum, 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 dum. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with it. I'm trying to make it look like he's kind of in shadow, which I think is successful so far. But that is for the purposes of then having the shadow kind of over this somehow. Like, you know. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna draw that yet. Let's just first draw this and then see if the shadow thing makes sense. It might not, but it might. That's the basket. And it doesn't look like baby Jesus. Munchlax basket. I'm just kind of labeling stuff so that I don't get completely lost about what's what. Another one that my mom would videotape for us was Mary and the Ferocious Beast. But the Ferocious Beast is not very ferocious, nor is he a beast. But I really love that show. It's like this huge yellow thing, and a redhead girl and a pig, and they're friends, and they all have really distinct personalities. The pig is like greedy, if I remember right, and then the girl Um, maybe it's in the lore that she kind of created the entire world by drawing it with her pencils. Hell yeah. And yeah, I really love that show. I can't recall if there was anything scary in that show. Maybe. But that was something we had on videotape. Oh my god, I have a story about that actually. One time, I was home, and I think it was just me. At least it was just me in the room. I don't think it was just me at the house. Maybe one of my parents who was home at the time maybe was like attempting to make my little brother sleep for his daytime nap or something. And I swear, I was able to press a button on the remote controller for the TV or for the video thing, right? And I had never, because after the videotape, what would happen is there would be a blue screen because it had ended, and it was like, okay, well, now you disconnect it, and then you get a different one or whatever you want to do, rewind it, etc. I got that blue screen, and then I pressed something, and it didn't even rewind. It just started a different episode from what I knew to be on that DVD tape. Like something I had never seen before. And I remember vividly that it was an episode where it was the same show, and it was an episode where there's a rabbit in the show, and there was something up with the factory where they made beach balls. Like there was a beach ball factory. It was a silly show. Something was up with the beach ball factory. I'm just gonna move the apples around a bit to make them compositionally a bit better. Let's see what happens. But yeah, beach ball factory was malfunctioning. Like something wasn't going right, and they had to get it fixed. And all I remember was that the answer was that there was a carrot stuck in one of the pipes of the beach ball factory. But that's about all I remember. Like, and I swear to God, I had never seen that before, and I never saw it since. And I told my mom that, like, oh my God, you won't believe it. And she, I think to this day, kind of thinks that I was on some kind of fever dream. Like maybe I was sick out of kindergarten the day that happened or something, which is, it's possible, right? But I don't think that was the case. Or at least I remember that back then, I wasn't lying when I told my mom that that was what had taken place. So I have possibly witnessed something that nobody else ever has, which is this weird hidden episode of the show. But I'm not sure. Actually, now I could probably just Google if that episode exists. Oh, a similar experience? Wow! I thought I had played some video game and asked my mom about it, but she had absolutely no clue what I was talking about. Turned out I dreamt it. So odd. Yeah, it is very odd that stuff like that happens. And then I guess as a kid, maybe you can't like differentiate that well, or like something's in the way of being able to tell if it was a dream or not. But I think the weirdest thing about it is like, and I assume this is the same for you regarding that video game memory, like it's so clear to me, and I remember it so well that I was not lying to my mom. Like I might not have been telling the truth, right? In case I did dream it and I was telling her that I just saw it from the TV, like it wouldn't have been me telling the truth, right? But I wasn't lying on purpose. Like it just, I don't know, happened in a way where I don't remember waking up or don't remember kind of the difference between like what actually happened. Yeah, it's very, very odd. Very, very odd. I still remember the game as well, which is crazy because recently I found a really old game I played a lot and had forgotten about. Ooh. Did that game have any similarities? Or was it just kind of like from the same era of you gaming? My gaming era. Kind of mesmerized by how these apples look in this picture that I keep referencing. Or color picking, rather. Not at all. Just that it's odd I remembered the dream one and forgot the real one. Yeah, okay. I get it now. It is odd how things happen like that. It's very weird indeed. Kinda in love with putting this pink glow on the apples. Looks so nice. Apple leaves. Ugh. Lovely green. Let's see. It's probably in shadow. Oh, I should draw more apples. These are really, really nice. Apple fan art. Fan of apples. Honestly, who isn't? Even every person I know who's allergic to apples kind of really likes them still. Yeah, my homies love apples. One thing I actually don't really like is apple pie. I don't know why I don't like it. It's just something about it. It's not my favorite. I don't mind apple pie, but I'm never gonna ask for apple pie if I have options. Is it the warm fruit? It might partially be because I really, really like a crispy cold apple. But I think it's the apple cinnamon combo. And I know that people are gonna say like, oh my god, that's like the best combo ever. It's elite. And I understand why people think that. However, I disagree. It's just not my favorite. Something about it. It's not it. Now how the heck do I... Because I like other things with warm fruit. Like, well, there's some cakes that involve fruit, and then I think I once had like pear that was sort of warm or boiled or somehow cooked. And that was really, really nice. So I don't think it's the warm fruit. Maybe I just don't like warm apple. So maybe it's the warm fruit. It's a very good explanation. I'm gonna say maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna try to make this look a bit like lively so that it looks like a ground and not like just a green blob. Also, how does a person's shadow look? Maybe if the person's shoes are visible? Could be cute. You know what? Might be a horrible mistake, but I'm gonna try it. Ah, true. You have such good ideas. You won't believe what happened to Apple, bro. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a nice idea. See, I'm gonna try to make the shadow look like I want it to look. Because I kind of want it to not be just the shape of the person, but I also want there to be a shape of a person. That didn't make any sense, but hopefully I'll be able to draw what I'm actually wanting to draw. I don't want to lay just a flat shadow of a person. Oh, holding shift. Yes. I hold shift and I add to the lasso, and then if I hold alt, I can remove from the lasso. But that works differently in some apps. This at the moment is Photoshop. I'm not sure how it works in Clip Studio, because it's honestly been a while since I've used Clip Studio with the lasso. I really love sketching with the lasso tool like this, because it kind of I don't know, somehow I feel like it gives me time with the idea and kind of just thinking where to put it without having to commit to it yet. Or something like that. Person could be wearing a hat. Yeah, maybe something like this. Then like the Munchlax itself casts a shadow probably. The basket for sure casts a shadow, but I'm gonna do that on a different layer. Maybe I should have used a... It's a bit clearer. Clearer. It's a difficult word. Be a bit purplish and then soft light. Should be blue. It's too blue. Pink? Yeah, it's kind of like a afternoon. Looks nice. What's in there? Oh, it's the shoes. Shoes should be darker. Yeah, this like background music is from freesound.org. I don't remember at this moment who made it and under what name and whatever, but it was with the Creative Commons Zero licenses, so I am allowed to use it. Simple little loop. I really liked it because it was like really simple. I'll lock that. Yeah, usually, I mean, I can show what black would look like for a shadow. So this is right now if I put it to normal, the shadow looks like this. So there's a gradient in the shadow. I don't know, I just felt like putting it there, honestly. And this is like some kind of pink. And then this is, I think probably like here, blue. But if I put it to black, and it was the soft light still, it would look like this. So it's immediately very, very intense. Of course, I can take down the opacity, but this versus this, I don't know. I just prefer the pink. It kind of gives it a bit more, I don't know. Looks a bit more lively than just a pure black shadow. And the soft light as well, it's something that's a bit, well, softer. Yeah, I think I prefer the color shadow. I'm gonna disable it right now though, so that I can shade the Munchlax with a clip layer. Gonna stick to the round brush. Could actually, give it a bit of brighter blue for the areas that would be closer to the sun, because it seems to be kind of a greenish blue that it should have, although these references are perhaps a bit misleading. Actually, I could put this over the blue layer. Over the blue. So that it kind of, yeah, clips correctly. If you do make some lo-fi beats and you feel like you want to surrender them, I could take some background music. Difficult to find nice completely like free choose. Obviously I'll credit if you want. Yeah, if you feel like it, like no pressure at all. If someday you just like magically happen to like, oh, okay, like something like this is alright, as a like a background beat kind of idea, then yeah, sure, I'll be happy. But like no pressure at all. Absolutely no pressure. This looks so nice. I'm actually really happy with this so far. The freaking feet are next. Catch me drawing feet live. I feel like all of my drawings are gonna be so like different from each other, but whatever. I've never really made lo-fi beats though, so I don't know if it would be good. Yeah, well, maybe. I've tried to make lo-fi beats and that was not good. It was absolutely awful. I know nothing about music. I can just make like silly little bleep blop bloop type of stuff and that's it. And even that's usually pretty horrible. Like it's not viable at all in any kind of sense. Except for maybe stuff that's supposed to be experimental. Wow, I had like an idea in my brain what would make sense for lo-fi in terms of chords. I looked it up and apparently it's the most common kinds of chords that are used. Ooh, that's always nice. It's like, I think I get the same kind of like, oh my god, I knew something, when I can kind of like look at a thing and then I go to the color picker, like not the eyedropper, but like this color wheel, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's the color. And I pick it like very close to the color from there. Yeah, I think it's the equivalent. I just ate a little bit of cookie, so I'm gonna be a bit more silent for a while as I chew. Apologies. Figuring something out yourself and then noticing it right, it is right, is the best feeling. It is so the best feeling. It's like, hell yeah. It like validates that actually know what's going on, and I think that's really nice. Like even if there's no self-doubt, it's always nice to be like, oh, yeah, I know I can do this, and looks like yeah, I can do it. Tried figuring out parts of the piano piece I'm learning now by ear and I got it correct. Wow! That is super neat. Man, I wish I knew something about music. I guess it's never too late to start learning, but I have so many other things I want to do. And I get really, really angry when I like can't get something right, so I'm the worst at trying to learn anything new. If we have a guitar at the house, I could just pick it up and learn, but no. Piano at 24. But aren't you're like musical? But yeah, I guess. Yeah. It's never too late. I begged my parents to be able to start violin when I was a kid, but for some reason they weren't really into it, so I never did. I think mostly because of how the training stages of violin would sound. Been doing music stuff since 2021-ish, but I never properly looked into piano. But it's really cool that you're doing it now, though. Really neat. What? I thought I selected inverse. Oh yeah, I did. I double selected inverse. Here we go. Should probably be like more yellow. Yeah, I'm trying to... Actually, you know what? That was a mistake. I'm gonna do that. Violin is so awesome. If it wasn't such an impossible instrument, I'd try it. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel like if I had started it when I was young, I would have really liked it. Because it's so beautiful. Like, I've always liked how the violin sounds and everything. And I still, honestly, if I ever have extra money enough for lessons, I think I am gonna start violin. That's like one of my personal dreams, to know a bit of violin. Like, I don't know how to read notes, I don't know how to anything like that, so. And I don't have an ear for hearing correct melodies or chords or however it's called. Like, I don't have that at all. So I imagine it would be very difficult. However, maybe with a good teacher, could learn. I've also talked to a friend of mine who plays violin, and she said that it's super heavy. Like, not super heavy by itself, but then when you have to hold it for a while, and it kind of gets to your arm. And the arm that holds the bow also has to kind of, like, you have to hold it up, right? You can't just like, but you have to really hold it in a specific way. It gets heavy. Put some Gaussian blur on these. Hit it with that overlay. Make it blue. I'll keep at it with piano, and then sometime in the future I'll know who to go to when I need a violin section. Yeah, I'll be providing a violin. Also, hello, first time chatter. Welcome, welcome. I'm sad, but art looked really good though. Aw, well, I hope that the art can make you feel nicer. Not nice to be sad. I hope so. I hope this can cheer people up. Like, look at this one layer. Ooh, such a big difference. Actually looks kind of 3D. Let's do that so it's not too overwhelming. Turn the opacity down. Yeah, I also put this kind of layer here. It's like a light yellow with as an overlay layer. What's on this layer? Nothing? Oh, nothing. Okay. A good way to check if a layer has actually anything on it or if you just can't see it is to press Ctrl T to transform, and you can't see it because it's a pop-up that comes up and I'm only sharing the window. But it says could not transform because the initial bounding rectangle is empty, which means that the layer is empty. So no transformation, which is Control T, can be done. You have unique art style. Thank you, thank you. I draw in like a whole bunch of different styles. Sometimes I draw things that are more realistic, and then sometimes I draw with the lasso, sometimes I draw with brushes that are more textured, and this one happens to be the Photoshop default round brush. Which I really love. This is like my favorite Photoshop brush that's not from somebody's collection of brushes that I've bought from artists. This is like, ooh, I'm so happy about it. It's like, it's so nice. It glides well. It's really customizable kind of to what you want out of a draw hyper realist art also. Not like hyper realistic, but things with more realistic proportions. And then sometimes I do like studies out of movie frames or something. Something a bit more realistic for lighting. This one is ready real soon, so maybe I can pull up some study that I've done before and kind of show it. Oh, you also draw? That's cool. It's very cool. I would say that my stuff that's more realistic is like stylized. Like sure, you can tell like who it is if it's a person usually if I draw, and like it looks like the reference, but it's not meant to be one-to-one. It's meant to kind of keep the idea. Nice color background also, thank you. Wow, wow, wow. Lots of compliments. Not really too sure how to. Thank you, thank you. That's what I'm gonna say. Thank you, thank you. Here's a really fun video of Ringo Starr saying thank you, thank you. Peace and love, peace and love. Do not send any fan mail to any address that you might have. Or something like that. Nothing will be signed. But peace and love. Peace and love. I'm gonna try to put some more texture into the background so that it... Doing this by putting a hue shift to my brush from the from over here in brush settings. You know what, let's try this thing. I haven't done this in ages. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but it's gonna be fun to try. Let's see if I have the patience to do it well enough. Or if this application, Photoshop, actually... I don't remember ever doing this on Photoshop. What? There we go. See how it ends up. Yeah, a little bit of like noise here and there. There's also a brush that I really, really love in the Kyle Spring 22, which is the Photoshop brushes that you can just download online if you have Photoshop. It's called Dave Hazard, and it's like, oh yeah, wait, I'm on clip layer. It's like this. It makes like lines if you just lightly press, and then if you do it like this, you get like a bigger blob. No, not daily. I stream kind of, I'm like trying out streaming just now. Whenever I feel like it, which so far has been Mondays and Thursdays. But I'm kind of still figuring out whether it's a thing that I like doing enough to keep doing it. Or how would I say? I'm kind of trying to find my streaming schedule still, like what suits me and how I want to keep doing this. So like, I think it's safe to say about once or twice a week. The brush low-key Munchlax shaped. Wow, true, or like Totoro or something. Oh my god, good catch. Also, I think the grass should be darker. Not darker, lighter. Me saying the grass should be darker as I'm making it lighter. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Yeah? I left that gap there because I think the basket would also have a shadow. So that's kind of the shadow of the basket. The yellow light doesn't need to get all the way there. It's the top layer. Let's see. Something like that. Just to put a bit more, some touches here and there. Like the apple stems and... What are we thinking? Should I do the katamari or should we just keep the drawings going? I kind of was excited about the katamari earlier and I still am. However, I'm sort of in a drawing mood at the moment, so maybe I'm thinking I could just keep drawing, and then maybe at the next gaming stream we could do katamari for something more chill. Unless, of course, katamari is something that would be really exciting to see, then I'll boot up some katamari. Some outlines. I've never been a fan of stuff that looks too round, so kind of really am craving for some outlines for these things. I have no concept of katamari, so I can't say anything about it. Fair enough. You know what? We will do katamari. Yeah, I'll do one katamari level. Because I think this one is ready. Wah! See about the signing it. Something like that, maybe. Yay! Cute. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Was that the sketch? Yeah. Waha! Munchlax. Hour 30? Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's see the previous ones. Klefki, Trubbish. Okay, I have collapsed them to smart objects, so I'll do the same to this one. And put them side by side. These two are a bit sizable. I have to make them smaller to make that new one fit next to them. Yeah, I think I'm happy about that. That looks nice. And what I like about these is that they're all really different. One is like for inside the house, and one is like city living, but kind of where you don't see it because it's the trash cans. And then one is this idyllic countryside thing. So yeah, I think it's super nice. I mentioned the more realistic stuff. Let's see if I can pull up something that would be a bit more realistic. Let's see. Like a new layer. I'm just gonna pull up something from my folder of previously ready things. If you do end up drawing a Wooper at some point, can you do some sort of this is fine scenario too? Yeah, 100%. Do you mean this is fine as in the person who's sort of like taking the picture is just taking a picture of it like, well, this is what I have to deal with right now? Or the Wooper's face and the Wooper itself reacting in a sort of this is fine kind of way? Dog in the burning house, yeah, definitely. Oh, that could be really sad in a way because didn't I read a little bit about the Paldean Wooper and it said something like, oh, well, the habitat changed so much because of this and this and this that they kind of were forced to live not in the water. That could be a this is fine scenario, but I don't know if that's too positive. This is something that I drew that's more realistic, I suppose. It's like a study of yeah, fair enough. This is a study of Interstellar. Yeah, with the good music as well. Yeah, so I did a study of Interstellar. I'm really happy about this one. It also has some kind of like strange texture on top of it, but that's because I threw a glaze filter on top of it to stop AI from being able to read the picture so easily. Yeah, I love the music in Interstellar. That's one, and then I guess sometimes got to see it played live by an orchestra. It was sick. Wow, that sounds sick. I've heard it live on piano before. I was at an event where they had it was like a Christmas market thing. And there was a like a pianist that they had hired. And the pianist was playing Interstellar and other things as well. But like mostly Christmas songs and then the Interstellar theme, which was a very interesting combo, to be honest. But why not? I suppose to play that someday. Yeah, that can be like your goal to play that. I don't know what it's called, but that song from Interstellar, you know? That like that specific song. You probably know what I'm talking about. I'm booting up Katamari. Let me see. Cornfield Chase. Ah, okay. Good to know. Let's see if my game capture screen. Okay, yes. As I suspected, there's nothing visible. Hold up, let me get the Katamari visible. If I can. Hmm. It doesn't wanna find Katamari for some reason. Capture full screen application. Looking for a game to capture. Lovely. Maybe not like that. What if I... Ah! There we go. This is set to Near Automata right now, so I think I can just... No, I love my stream frame too much. Let me just shuffle things around. Ah! What happened? I am putting my Katamari on, but I can't get the Katamari on. Because it's on my huge monitor. I have a 4K Cintiq. So I'm gonna try to... This is a very homebrew stream experience right now. Here we go. That's what I wanted to do. Bit smaller. Ah, yeah. We're gonna do one level of Katamari to see what it is. There it is. So um I'm actually also gonna move myself right here. Nice. So then after this we're gonna continue some drawing. So actually just go here. This is my old profile of Katamari. I'm gonna skip the intro. Actually, switch on the audio. Looks like it's muted for me. Open volume mixer. We love Katamari. Reroll. Oh, heck yeah. There we go. So, it's this very fun little game. um, who should we help? There's a student. What exactly am I studying for? Flower thing. There's a dog. I want to roll up the brightness. I don't want to help the dog yet. 2 people to play. That's different. Let's help this person. Real trouble. Red pandas are disappearing fast. Oh no. They're turning into red-ish pandas. Flowers? You know what, let's go to flowers. Good suggestion. Wanna try again? I feel like I may see something. Yeah, this game is very strange, but I really love it. Exactly. Lots of flowers. Let's go with lots of flowers. I have a feeling that the hurry would have been time gated, so I just want to do something a bit more chill. It's so beautiful. We're awestruck by the power of Mother Nature. Oh, completely slipped our mind. How about this much time to roll up as many flowers as you can and make a beautiful herbaceous katamari. Alrighty, Odeon, it's all yours now. And then you just roll. And the controls are WASD and IJKL. So you have to use like two hands to sort of like push, because you see the little guy pushing the katamari ball. It, like if I press I and S, it like goes around it, and then this is called We Love Katamari Royal Reverie, and it's so fun. You have a little time limit, and then that happens every time you grow a bit bigger. And you have to just roll up bigger and bigger things bit by bit. And it's such good stress relief. It's like me in the snow. Roll big ball. Yes. Yes. You see something to roll, you want to roll. What's up here? Chicken or duck rolled. And there's no limit to what you can or can't roll. You just have to be quick enough to make a big enough ball. Like I can't roll up the peacock yet. I can get all the flowers. I wonder if I can get anything down here. Some things, yeah, looks like. Ooh. We had the snow sphinx. We just started with big snowballs. I got so heavy I had to push with my legs. Then they restored the next day. Yeah. I imagine that would happen. I'm trying to find how to get back up. I know it's definitely doable. I just have to find a ledge to climb. Yeah, there we go. Okay, grew again. It's a very Japanese game. I don't think any other game industry could come up with this other than Japan's. Oh my god, there's like people coming out of the water and stuff. Sheep, you're about to be rolled. Oh my god, we didn't get the sheep yet. It's just rolled up some weird strawberry. Wait. It's cousin Ichigo. So stop getting in the way. That happens every single level, by the way. There's a cousin hidden in every level that you can roll up. Can I get the peacock now? No! Aw. Oh. Nomuya. Sad. Wonder if I can still get the bushes. And I wonder if I'm completely missing some area. There's also levels that are like, do not roll up a cow. And then it's filled with everything that has a cow print on it. And you're like, what? And you lose immediately if you roll up anything with a cow print. 1 minute left. I wonder if we could get to at least 1,000. Okay, looks like we can. Wonder if there's anything up there. No, it doesn't look like there is. Lovely sounds of time running out. Was that woman? I have no clue. That's a very good question. Why is she coming out of the water? Okie dokie. Moki. All done with the flower power Katamari. Ooh. This could be the most herbaceous Katamari ever. Alrighty, do you want to go home now? Yes. And no problem. Actually, I didn't see that message earlier. Sorry, I was coding in the background. No problem at all. This is very much a chill little stream. I'm happy this can be background noise. Indeed, big manly Moai King man is asking the right questions. Yeah, exactly. So fabulous. Too fabulous. This Katamari is fabulous too. Wait, when did you make this? 1,059 flowers. Ooh. Sort of has that never before seen vibe. Same as this game, honestly. It's a Katamari. But kind of soft. Katamari that dares to wear perfume. But we're fairly certain there are far more beautiful Katamaris out there. Feels flowers-ish. I love how the little guy is just standing on the toe of this big Moai man. Thank you so much, Your Highness. And all of the customers are these people who were helping with the Katamari. They always give the Katamari to us at the end. And then you can put the Katamari. This will become a planet because it's better than my previous one. It's going to be a planet? How novel. Exactly. There we go, full bloom planet. So this is Katamari. And I will now save and quit game. And when you quit, everybody just leaves waving at you. Hello, welcome. We just played some Katamari, but I'm gonna move to drawing next. Yeah, it's interesting for sure. Yeah. There we go. That was a little small taste of some Katamari there. Maybe we can Katamari some other time as well, a bit more. But yeah. Never seen something like that in a game. Well, yes. It's a really, really fun idea. And you can't actually, at least I haven't really found a way to quit the game from there. They just leave and they just wave. You just have to close the application to quit. So, yeah, really innovative for sure. Yes. Klefki, Trebuchets, and Munchlax as the new one. And next, actually, if anybody, I know that earlier I said I wanted to do a food cat, but I could take some ideas as well if anybody has any. I've been trying to figure out chords in the meantime, but it seems my brain is hardwired to write dramatic music. But that can be a good thing as well, right? You can write some epic cinematic score. The Wooper, yes, Wooper. Wooper. Do you have a preference on Paldean or the regular? Sorry, I'm munching at the same time. Let's see. Not really, because I love Wooper for his expression. Yeah, these two are like yelling, but then the one here in the Pokemon card is like, hello, smiling, very cute. The "this is fine" idea is honestly, that's genius, so let's do that. How do I get the "this is fine" into it though? Like that it's clear that he's kind of in some kind of situation and just being like, you know what? Ain't nothing I can do about this. This is fine. Let's see. Let's see. Because I think the initial idea that I had for Wooper was to have the Wooper kind of... You know what? I have an idea. I have an idea. I don't know what would take up too much time, but if you still want to make it cute, you could do many smaller Woopers. Oh. My idea also has 2 Woopers. So maybe I'll sketch and then we'll see. Because I have this picture over here at the top left corner. Some kind of tree. Trunk fallen over with some leaves on it. Leaves. Leaves. English is so difficult sometimes. Not difficult, more like I just kind of start speaking so quickly that I forget to think about stuff, and then I just come up with weird little things of my own, ways to pronounce stuff and everything. Twitch live notification didn't work. Yeah, I've heard that that's an unfortunate reality. I do sometimes update to some like Discord servers I'm on and Twitter as well. Sometimes I update on Twitter, but I don't want to spam my Twitter like completely full of just stream stuff, so I generally only stream at 6 p.m. my time, Mondays and Thursdays. So, and I do aim to keep the Twitch schedule up to date. So if you want to check out from there, yes, I did indeed. It should be available as a VOD. People told me that it's a bit quiet and that my streams are quiet in general, and it might just be how things are because well, I can't do anything about it. Everything is 100% up on my end. I tried to turn them up even more right now before I started this stream today, but who knows? Might just be my destiny to be quiet. Yeah, I think that's a nice little scenery, yeah? For Wooper. And then they're kind of small, right? It looks so silly. That's the aim. So actually, how are we gonna get the head to? I want him to be standing on this. Difficult because they kind of only stand on ground, right? They can just plop down a layout for landscape. Well, I'm very heavily referencing the reference photo top left corner of the screen very, very heavily. But yeah, I guess it's just years of practice. Imagine me as a old wizard in some tower. Oh, thank you. That's the tail. And then, yeah, this is perfect. He's looking down, right? That makes sense. I think so. Wait, no clipping. Merge down. Yeah. And then actually, I'm not sure if the eyes would even be visible that much. Let's put another one here. Like this. They could both be a bit smaller. I think this will be cute. Yeah? A meeting of two different kinds of woofer. Let's see. I'm gonna start a bit differently this one. It's a nice shape. I like that. And it's quite green. Yeah, maybe a bit more brown. Yeah, that's good. I love this color. This kind of weird poopy mustard green. It's my favorite. Honestly, one of my favorite colors probably. I've seen this on like many lists, or this or something similar on lists of, oh, the ugliest color in the world. Never do any of your products in this color or stuff like that, similar to that anyway. And I was like, man, but that's my favorite color, dude. But yeah, nothing says that I can't still enjoy it, even if people classify it to be ugly. I can like it. Most of the time I like I guess more earthy colors like this one, so it's no surprise that I do like it. I don't think I dislike any colors per se, but I definitely kind of really love some color combinations and then don't really care for some others. Like, I guess I don't really like turquoise that much. But then again, with some colors it might look really great. Let's do a river. Like this, maybe? Looks pretty nice. Let's see. I'm gonna try not to color pick so much. And then if it fails, I will color pick. Yeah? It's good green. Then there's like a browner area, maybe by the rocks, because you can see through the water. So the water should kind of look transparent, right? Because it is. Yeah, I don't hate colors or love specific colors. I just think colors have each have their own setting they like excel in, right? Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree. just checked some of the nearby. I wouldn't say your voice was too low. Ah, how nice. Okay, maybe it's just I need to listen to different people. Sure, the volume could be a bit higher, but I could hear what was said. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, I don't know exactly, like I said, why the volume was so low, because it's fine on my end, and every time I test everything, it's like it's good. But it's what it is. Maybe someday I'll magically figure out why, and then everything will never be the same. Nothing will ever be the same. That's how to say it, alright? I don't know why I'm so like speed painty today. Ooh. Guess what they like immediately as I let go of the color picking, I kind of feel a bit more insecure in a way, so I guess that kind of makes me work really fast. For some reason, maybe I want to make sure that I get my meaning across immediately, so it's not like, oh, what's that? Audio balancing is tricky, especially when your voice isn't very loud. Yeah. And as said before, I'm not an audio person at all, so. Oh, pizza! My pizza has arrived. I shall consume it and return after. Have a nice pizza. Does this even look like water? Maybe it will later on. Hey, finally caught a stream. Hi. Hi, Liz. Welcome, welcome. We are drawing some Pokemon in like real life situations or how you would catch them in the wild. Currently, I'm drawing a Wooper, which was requested multiple times. So I'm finally getting around to it. And earlier today, I drew a Munchlax. I can actually, these are the ready ones. Let me disable the selection. There's a Klefki with a Labubu and what's it called again? I always forget. Mofusan Pikachu, and then there's the Trubbishes in their trash can Kingdom Empire, and then this very sleepy stomach full of apples Munchlax. And now we're working on the meeting of two different Woopers. Thank you. I have some other ideas as well. I kind of want to get around to doing one more today, but that's what I said last time, and last time I got 2 ready. Even though the goal was 3. So we will see. We will see how it goes. Although this is kind of going forward a bit quicker. Oh, Kai's Pizza. Let's see. It has mozzarella, paprika, chicken, union, and tomatoes. I love a union pizza. Onion, of course. Couldn't help myself. Sorry. Yeah, I guess it's onion. I mean, what else could it be? Do you guys have any favorite pizzas? I always have a tuna pizza because I don't know, for some reason I'm so gluttonous for tuna. Onions have unionized. No, we must fight back. I mean, maybe it's good for them to be unionized. Onions deserve some rights, I'm sure. All of us. rebellion. That could be the next drawing, the onion rebellion. My goodness. I'll die on the hill of Hawaiian pizza. Hawaiian? Is I wonder if that's the same. Because here in Finland, Hawaiian, I think, is with pineapple and ham. Right? Pineapple? My god. It's seems it's the time for my stream to become controversial. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The pineapple pizza has entered the chat. Uh-huh. Personally, I'm not a fan of pineapple on pizza, but feel free to eat whatever you want on your own pizza. Like, it's not my pizza, I'm not the one eating it, so why would I get angry over it? Pineapple ham pizza is good, and anyone saying otherwise fell for the propaganda. Maybe I'm one of the fallen ones then, Perhaps. Actually, I love this rock that I just drew. That's so nice. Pineapple ham pizza. I think it's just a bit different. Like, I have eaten pineapple on pizza before. It's just not among my favorites. Like, and that's it. I think that's totally fine too. To like it and to not like it. People should just chill a little bit when it comes to pineapple on pizza. Or actually when it comes to people's opinions on pineapple on pizza. Like, let people eat. Somebody's gotta eat the pineapple pizza. My default topping combo is kebab, onion, rucola, and feta cheese. Ooh, that's an interesting pizza combination I've never heard of before. Kebab on pizza? Rucola is there to make me feel more healthy. Fair enough, fair enough. I've kind of, in a way, tried to completely forget if what I'm eating, like, is healthy or not. I'm fortunate enough that I'm able to, like, eat healthy every day and want to eat healthy. But, like, that doesn't mean that I never eat pizza or stuff, right? It just means that I eat it within reason. I wish that same for everybody. It's a nice feeling. Like, healthy eating includes also sweets sometimes. Like, you have to let yourself have some nice little treats. But I completely understand the sentiment of rucola is there to make me feel more healthy. From my time working at pizza places, I've seen some true horrors. Ooh. I can imagine some people ordering some weird stuff. That's good. It was mostly a joke, to be honest. I actually like how rucola tastes. I don't think I eat it very often. One time, I remember I ordered a sandwich at a cafe that was supposed to have rucola, but then they were like, yeah, sorry, we're out of rucola. Are you, like, fine? Do you still want the sandwich? And I was like, yeah, I'll have it. It's fine. And back to art. Yes, I am. We're drawing woopers. I'm also really interested. What is the weirdest combo you had at the pizza place? What could it be? Something like all kinds of meats and fish together would be kind of weird. I'm just thinking in terms of what people usually eat together and what they don't. Could that be considered strange? Then I guess also having, like, no toppings at all. Pizza. I have not eaten pizza in over 3. No, 3. 3. I see number 4. I say 3. Over 4 months, I think. Now I eat every pizza. Good for you. It was a place that didn't charge for toppings, and we we had people ask for everything. 50 plus toppings. No. No way. What the hell? That is way too extreme. Like, how is that even possible? 50 plus toppings? And did you actually have to put everything on? Or were there any cases where people were like, I'm so sorry, sir, but like, we can't. Like, physically doesn't fit on the pizza. Also, someone who asked for pounds of mushroom, like literally empty in a tin. I wonder if it was cheaper to buy the mushrooms like that than at the store. Like maybe they were just stocking up. One of my friends at one time, I think, worked at a McDonald's or equivalent in Helsinki. And apparently they had a person come in to purchase milk multiple times a week. They would just buy like cartons of milk, but not from the store, from the fast food restaurant. So maybe some people are doing their grocery shopping that way. I assume you put a charge for toppings after a while. I assume that would make sense. Honestly, I would do that if I was the owner of that pizza place. Like, my god. We warned them. It was basically uncookable to get everything and would be cold in the middle, but they still wanted it, and it was a challenge to cook. That sounds funny. That sounds really funny. Oh my god. Like, I would really love to work at a cafe or like a pizza place or something like that. It seems in a way so nice, but then I hear all these horror stories and stuff like, oh yeah, the customers, like, they don't care. They will order whatever they want, even if it doesn't make any sense. If only but no, she was just a freak for mushrooms and asked us to call about mushrooms. What the hell? Is that real? That's really strange. I'm really liking these sleeves. Looks nice, I think. Not mushroom. It was nice that my work contract literally contractually guaranteed me a free pizza daily, but I stopped wanting pizza for like a year after working there. Ooh. Yeah, I can believe that. Did you actually have it daily then? I guess as a lunch, it's like convenient. Don't have to go far away for a lunch. Especially if you have like a short lunch break, like most places do. I can't remember the last time I had pizza. We usually cook our own pizza. I believe everyone should do some type of customer service, even for a bit, to know what it's like. Yeah. I had a job once. Wait, hold up. Let me read those messages first. I was a poor teenager at the time. I had pizza for 2 to 3 meals a day. It was a wild time. Well, sometimes, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. I used to work at, it's called Prisma. It's basically like a huge store, like groceries and whatever you could want. Like there's clothing. I don't know what the word for a store like that is. But we have them here, and I worked there, and it was so stressful because that was my first job at a store ever. And I don't know, I was like summer worker in Prisma once, yeah. I was in a huge Prisma. And it was so like daunting because like I said, I had never worked a customer service job like that before, and I had never worked at a store before, and it just like somehow it was too much. I had a migraine every single day before work, and then like I had a migraine also on the days off, like recovering. So I would be in constant migraines uh, with that job, and then it did not work at all. My God, it was so awful. It was such a big Prisma as well. Like it was huge. Genuinely, I need to color pick a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, that makes sense for that screen. Color perspective and all that. Color perspective. So the further things are from the camera, the bluer they are. So because the atmosphere gets in the way, literally. So if you look at the mountains far in the distance, right, they're kind of bluish if you look at a mountain range because the air is visible in between you and the mountains or whatever you're looking at that's far away. Interesting fact, I guess. Maybe, perhaps. Yeah, and then that's why when there's a painting or a drawing or something, you can like look at things, and oftentimes things are more grayish, so less saturated, and more bluish the further they are in the distance, because that kind of gives a realistic feel of there actually being a distance. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I don't have a lot of distance right now here. Let's see. Some kind of... Yeah, no worries. Random fact of the day. That's like a branch that gives a shadow, then maybe should lasso a bit of a... Ooh, that's bright. It's okay. I'm full of random facts related to drawing. Like I think I would really like being like an art educator of some kind, but alas, you have to go to all kinds of schools to do that here, so. And I would never want to teach people who aren't interested, and I guess most of the art education jobs are in just with normal education, so for children and stuff, and I don't think many of them are very interested. So it'll be a dream of some sort. Could be some light picking through. I think this is pretty. Yeah? I don't know if I kind of ruined it with the background though. Maybe it's a bit too green. Let's try something like this. Hmm. Might be nice. Just a tiny bit. Huh? There we go. I tried to erase a layer that wasn't visible at all. Let's see without the lines. Ooh. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. Aren't there studies specialized in art? But I guess you might also have to teach in general studies. Yeah, there are studies specialized in art, but then like you really have to get like there aren't that many jobs for specialized art educators. Like if you want to teach artists, or you have to be like either really accomplished or lucky to get a job like that, I think. So yeah. And it's difficult to get any specific kind of job that you want to get, so I guess art education wouldn't be any different. Some foam in these things here. I'm trying to kind of reference the image. I think there's a bit of foam there, maybe like that. Just to kind of make it look like there's a reflection on top of the surface. And that it's actually water and not just a weird green and brown ground. It's pretty difficult, honestly. Because the water has to like shine, but it's a bit difficult to make it shine because like where do I place the highlights? How do I place the highlights? Yeah, I'm happy with that though. I'm good with that. Bit of ooh. Outline for the tree. Make it stand out. To kind of give it some weight. Looks so pretty. Water is so hard to get right. Water is super difficult, yeah, but thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think I am kind of happy with how this is at the moment. Could go in with a rough brush. Maybe for a layer over here. Like that. Yeah, I like that. It's nice. Nah, I'll leave that. And then the whoopers. Some high concentration because I want their shapes to be nice. Actually, whoopers are so cute. I really like them. It's whooper 1. This will be whooper 2. Fated encounter. Yo, that's so cute, actually. Wow. Wow, because I'm surprised. That is so cute. That'll be pink. And then this one. Oh. Didn't register my pen for some reason. Looks good. Is this more difficult than drawing lake seawater, which would be more bluish? I think this kind of water for me is more easy. I think as long as there's a reference picture, it's fine. But this kind of water that's pretty shallow, it's kind of easier to hint that there is some wateriness going on with some interactions with rocks or other surfaces, like the foam and the fact that there are rocks on the stream. I think that's way easier than just painting pure water, like waves or something, because water has like depth usually, right? It's not just a one color that continues on and on and on. It's like there's something to it, and that's often very, very difficult to represent, I feel, in drawings. So I would say shallower water is maybe a bit easier than deeper water for me. But also, I don't draw water all that often, so as long as there's a good reference image, it's doable. But it is definitely a difficult subject matter. I hope that answered. Makes sense actually, I was curious. Yeah. Happy that it makes sense. I've never thought about it. I was like, oh well. Something like this, I guess. I have so much to learn about like light and everything, so maybe it's nice that I can actually explain something for once. Nice thing to come back to, yeah. The Woopers are here, they're taking shape. Do they have anything on their back? Nice. Like, are there any? What are they? Patterns? Because I think the evolution has some kind of patterns on its back, but I'm not sure if the Wooper does. It would be really neat to see make an art tutorial for various things like water. Ooh, I mean maybe. I don't know if I'm good enough to make a tutorial, to be to be completely honest. But if there's interest, like I'll look into it. I cringe hearing my own voice, so editing something is a bit difficult for me. But yeah, I can look into it. Well, like what I mean is that I feel very pretentious anytime I'm like, yeah, you can do it like this or like this or like this, when basically the only advice that I can confidently give is look at a good reference picture with, you know, put your heart into it. And when you really, really stare at the picture and put your heart into it, someday it will come to you like, oh, this is actually what this picture tells me, and then you just do it. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I will definitely look into it. If you have any specific ideas to see a tutorial of, or like a drawing video, I'm open to suggestions for sure. They could be nice stream ideas as well, because like probably at some point I'll get bored of these Pokemon drawings, although they are very fun to do. We're almost done with the Woopers. This didn't take very long. I think it's a round brush. Round brush kind of kicks my ass in a nice way. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I helped with some helmet shading, some metallic thing. I'm happy to hear that it helped. Yeah, I'd say I'm okay at it. It's just I don't want to put myself in a position where I would be like, yes, I'm so good at this. Do as I say, because I don't think that's nice. But if people are genuinely interested in seeing how I'd approach stuff, then I suppose I could. It could work on stream too. You can save it as a highlight so it stays on the channel. Yeah, that could be nice. My god, the Woopers. Yeah, I've been thinking of uploading to my YouTube as well. There's one video there at the moment, but as I said, it's pretty difficult for me to edit and hear my own voice. I don't know, something about it. Although that's natural, I suppose. Yeah, I really like these Woopers. Thank you, Kai. This is a wonderful idea. This dude should have a shadow. That. Probably this one too. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I think the channel highlight idea is pretty nice. Better munch a cookie real quick. Yay, thank you. Oh man, I hope that at some point I would reach enough followers so that I could upload my own emojis to the channel. Because I made some already and I think they're so nice. And it would be really fun to have them. That's my goal for the channel, that's it. Enough followers so that I could upload my emojis. Troopers, swoopers. Super trooper. Lights are gonna blind me. Yeah, I'm prepared well in advance. Need some outlines for this too. And then the next one We will see. I think we can at least make a sketch for the next one. Should I reveal the emotes? It'd be fun. It'd be fun. Big reveal of the snail emotes. I'm very proud of them. They are very in line with the look of the channel, so they're kind of like hand-drawn looking. Sketchy. I think they're really cute. Do you think this is fine for the whoopers? Or is there something missing? I feel like there's maybe something missing. Like they could have a... Not me making a yellow glow on every single possible thing I can make a yellow glow on. But it's such a good tool. Yeah. Such a good tool. Woofer to woofer communication. Yeah, their antennas are doing something telepathic over here, I can tell. Zero, absolutely zero brain cells. Yeah, like this. Kind of a little light in between the two. A bit more. Just to make a clear center for the image. Yeah, I think that's better. So they blend in a little bit less overall. Yeah. And then, because it's me, this is what I always do. I mean, not always. I don't think I put these as much on the previous Pokemon drawings, but sort of fits in here. Little, like, shines here and there. Water droplets. That on overlay. Yeah, pretty. I like it. I think it's one of my favorites so far. Super whooper. Da 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 da. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Thank you. 10 out of 10 whoopers. Thank you. I'm very happy about them. They look very happy. Whooper. Yeah, these are all very different from each other. I'm happy about that as well. move the Wooper to the ready. I have to put these so that they're all visible, but I think the Wooper might just fit like under them. Yeah, and I think the Wooper one it's fun, it's different, it's a bit more about the environment as well. Yeah. So next we could do, okay, I have two ideas that I put together myself, and we could choose from these if anybody has any opinions, and if not, that's cool. I'll choose something. Yeah, thank you. So this folder is called water. So I like the idea of having a sink and then maybe a Lotad in the sink, because the top leaf kind of looks like a plate, so it could sort of camouflage itself in there and be lurking and looking up with that one eye. Or then the food cats, and I'm obsessed with this idea. So one of these cats in the fridge could be nice as well. Or staring at the pizza, as we can see over here. Yes, this one is a great comment. However, I think there's a little bit of a lag on the stream, so I don't know which one that refers to. At least the one vote for food cats. Gonna take one more bite out of the cookie, so feel free to send in your vote. Espeon in the fridge. Espeon in the fridge for today. My god, these are chewy. Both, because cats are always welcome as well, and to preserve the flavor of the Espeon. Okay, so it looks like we're doing food cats. And it also looks like Espeon might be the one to go with. I really love Purugly. It's so cute, and it's so like doesn't give a shit about what you're doing. And wouldn't. But I think maybe that's better for some other kind of scenario. I feel like Espeon has such a recognizable tail that we could even do this one where just the ass of the cat is visible. So something like that. That could be fun. Let's see. 20 minutes of my scheduled time left. Wonder how much space between these shelves. It's a really narrow shelf on that fridge in the picture over there. Glaceon in the freezer. Yeah. That's actually a good idea. Art of all the Eevee evolutions in wherever they've managed to climb into. Could be fun. I've drawn the Eevee evolutions before, but that was... Let me see if I can pull them up. That was like very, very... how should I say it? Anime-ish, like very flat style. Which, like, yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's just they look very different. Like this. I sold stickers of these at one point. I think this is, yeah, this is one of the sticker sheets. That's why they're in all kinds of up and down. I think the Glaceon is my favorite because of the bangs it has. It's so cute. Yeah, you know what? Glaceon in the freezer. That's a really good idea. Thank you. I might, actually, it's not stealing, is it? It's just a suggestion. Steal the idea. Take that idea. Go with it. That's what I mean, anyway. See, that needs to be a bit further. Well, I'm not using any perspective things, which might become an issue, but I honestly I like how wonky perspective stuff looks. Absolutely take the idea. I would love to see the evolutions in various house spots. I would too, so I think I will. Thank you. That's what I mean when I say, like, I like getting suggestions because sometimes I feel like I don't really get ideas. Okay, some days I do. Too many. But then this is great. Yeah. And they're all so cute, so it'll be nice. Like somehow like over there. Although I'm not sure if Eevee, like some of the forms look more cat-like and some of them look more dog-like. And I guess they have like different personalities to their designs as well. Good old perspective warp. I do like how that picture is framed, but then for that I would have to get the tail in the frame of the fridge. I think that's doable. Yeah? Something like that. Honestly, how is this? I think I'm just gonna change the fridge a little bit because that locker or this like drawer, not locker, is very strange. Like, why would there be this like stair over here? Like 1, 2, and then the. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it like this. Weird fridge. Also, my fridge doesn't have these kinds of arbitrary drawers here and there. This looks way out of whack. It's not in perspective at all. That's what I get. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's kind of fun. Another cookie bite break. I will be silent for a few seconds. Thank you. They are so chewy. That's what I get for making them with dates and butter instead of just normal sugar cookies. The dates, oh my god, they were so difficult to deal with. So sticky. Like I was explaining earlier how I was peeling some dates for the thing. Very difficult. I would recommend it though because the cookies are delicious, so. Let's see, milk carton? Because I don't know what that oat thing, maybe that's oat milk? Good evening. Welcome. Yeah, it's honestly, it's pretty tasty. There's dark chocolate, dates. The recipe said date paste, but I just peeled and put some dates in instead, and it seems to have worked. Butter, 1 egg, oat flakes, and some coconut. What are they? Coconut flakes. I love your art. Big fat capital L. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Welcome to the epic drawing stream. I don't know what this could be. Anybody have any ideas on what we could put in the fridge? Art tutorials and baking tutorials when? Oh my god, baking tutorials. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I'm not into the idea of IRL face streams, but I definitely would kind of be interested in seeing how I could do a baking thing as this little floating character. That could be cute. The milk should be moo moo milk. Oh, wait. That's wonderful. I'm actually gonna Google the moo moo milk. Moo moo milk. You're just full of good ideas, everybody. A jar of pickles. Oh my god. Moo moo milk seems to be bottled. Bottled. Good pronunciation there. So maybe this is something else, and then we will make a bottled moo moo milk over here. It's like a tab kind of cap. Jar of pickles. I think the jar would like fit nicely on the bottom shelf. Maybe there could even be like 2 bottles of milk. Because like, God knows this fridge has to be full. Let's see. What's in this one though? Vegetables maybe? Do people keep vegetables in the fridge? Sometimes, right? We usually just try to keep vegetables on the table because, I mean, honestly, they're eaten the same day that they're bought. And fruit are not refrigerated in this household. I know that some people do refrigerate fruit. Yeah, at the bottom there's like that big drawer for veggies. So maybe the pickles could be here. Yeah, pickles. What else is there in this picture? Oh my god, I have that whole slew of fridge pictures. I can just pull them up. What? What is that? Like waffles? A whole ass watermelon with... Okay, these are not normal fridges. These have some shit going on. Excuse my language. And that one's just staring at the pizza. Very relatable, but not applicable to the moment. Let's see. Illegal fridges. Yeah, like something's going on in these fridges. This is not what I would expect at a normal fridge. Maybe this is some kind of... That doesn't work. I want a beer can. They're never this orderly though. Like cider or something. Energy drinks. Random jar of pesto. I love pesto. Oh my god. Pesto's so good. Pesto chicken pasta. One of my favorite things to eat. It's so good and so easy. You guys want the pesto chicken pasta recipe? Pesto do be crazy good. It is. I'm gonna give the recipe anyways. So you need pesto, you need chicken, and you need pasta, and you need some oil, I believe. This doesn't work. Forget about the fancy butter dish. Just gonna put in butter. And then you need a oven dish, and the chicken should be honey marinated if you have access to that. If not, I guess you can just like spice chicken however you like. Put the chicken in the oven dish, and then pour the pesto on top. And then in a separate pot, which is not an oven dish, but like a pot that you can put on the stove, boil the pasta, and then put the chicken in the oven for, I don't know, 20 minutes with the pesto, so that it browns and becomes nice and everything. And then boil the... What the fuck am I doing? Sorry. Random cooking advice. It's fine. Then boil the pasta, and then you just take them out, and then you just mix the pesto together with the chicken when it comes out, and then... Or is it like that? No, it's not like that. First you fry the chicken in the pan before you put it in the oven, because then it gets like nice and crispy. And that's the good stuff right there. Yeah, that's what I forgot. But that's about it. Yeah. Becomes crazy good. Could put some like bok choy here. Yeah. paint bok choy. What else? Tomatoes. Or potatoes or whatever those are. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good sketch. Actually, I'm gonna merge that. I don't need those different layers in this case. Take the polygonal lasso because I want some hard edges. It's a nice purple fridge interior. Depends on the lighting, but I think purple is more interesting than just plain gray, so I'm gonna put a little bit of color in there. I think I'm actually gonna continue with the polygonal lasso because I have to get the fridge to be kind of believably fridge looking so that it makes sense what's in the image. What is going on in there? Oh, it's like a bigger. Okay. Again, yeah, I'm holding shift to make the lasso selection able to be a bit bigger. Like every time I select new stuff into it, I'm holding shift. Yeah, and those are white. And actually here, I think it needs a bit of a shadow. Yeah, looks nice. Don't the fridges usually have the light at the top? You know what, I just started drawing this. It is technically end of stream, but I think I'll finish this one. I said this last time as well, and then I was overtime by like 45 minutes. It's okay, it's evening time for me. Nowhere else to be. Yeah, that's really in shadow over there. Yep. Nice enough. Actually gonna do the whole top of that because why not? I don't know which Pokemon would be suitable, but if you want an urban place, I was thinking of a subway station earlier. Ooh, subway station with some Pokemon. That could be cute as well. Definitely. Like somebody waiting, or somebody, like some Pokemon waiting, or maybe... Oh, I just think of really sad stuff, like being abandoned at a... Yeah, let's not do that. I don't know why my head immediately goes for the depressing scenarios. No clue. It's just how it is sometimes, I guess. Let's see. Yep, and then delete the shadows from where this additional drawer is. And then the additional drawer also needs a white edge. Or could be inside one of the Metro cards. Could do a kind of Totoro vibe where they wait for the bus. Yeah, that could be adorable. I love Totoro. Man, it's so good. The Snorlax in that case? Yeah, I think I've seen an art like that. I'm pretty sure. The Snorlax in Totoro's place. Oh my god, I have like Phantom of the Opera stuck in my head. Very normal for me though. There's so many funny lines in that musical. Yeah, exactly. Our strange duet. Yeah, I'm not gonna start singing. That's not one of my strengths. Especially not opera. I do sing it for fun with friends. However, it sounds probably like very bad. Awful, awful, awful. Which is why I won't be doing it right now, because it sounds bad. Let's see. These need like a darker back of the fridge. That would be so much fun in karaoke. That is very true. And as a duet, my god. Like I've definitely sung that as a kind of like a karaoke song, but at the comfort of someone's house and not like out and about. Yeah. I mean, Aeoli will try. Aeoli would try that note, but I think context, Aeoli's my best friend in the whole world. Do you guys think this looks okay? Does this look like it's becoming a little fridge scene? I think so, right? I will trust. I mean, I'll try my best. I will try my absolute best to remind you. I'm actually kind of liking how this glass is turning out. Obviously there's no like transparency yet, but I really like how the vibe is looking. The vibe is looking. Oh my god. Vibe is vibing or what? Let's see. What? What? And then this foot maybe like over there. The vibe do be looking. I think I need to put more stuff in the fridge to hide the face of the Eevee. This just looks like a Sphinx cat. I love Sphinx cats. They're so cute. So cute. Let's see. Tail. Espeon kind of just is a Sphinx cat, right? Huge ears. Are you winning, gamers? We are. Definitely winning. Finished 2 drawings today already, and this is the 3rd one. Yeah, at least I'm happy with it, yeah. Yeah, I finished 2. Finished a Munchlax and a Wooper thing. And then this is the 3rd one, which is an Espeon robbing a fridge. Just like cats should. Let's see. Could be more in shadow. Oh, thank you. I'll post everything on Twitter after. If anybody wants to take a look. It's snail. Same as here. Honestly, I'm not too active, or I haven't been, but I think I kind of like could be a bit more active. So we'll see how much I end up drawing. I have a bunch of other stuff to do as well, but I think it's nice to be able to draw on stream, because then it's like a bit more than just posting, I suppose. That looks really smooth. Are Espeons like fuzzy, or is it skin? Should we make this a Sphinx cat Espeon? Because I think right now it's definitely looking like one. I could put the wrinkles in there. What are the things at their cheeks then? Yeah, well, sometimes Sphinx cats grow a little bit of like fur. Can be a patch of fur. Flesh, whiskers though sounds insanely whatever. Cool, I don't know, weird, yes. Yes, please, very. I think they should have that. That's the new headcanon. They have flesh, whiskers. I believe in that. That's the truth. Flesh whiskers. When I had Heart Gold and I was playing it, I mean, I still have it, but I haven't played it in years. And you get 1 EV in that game. I think. Like, you can't find them as far as I know. You get 1. I don't remember when, but at some point of the game you get 1. That's my point. And obviously EV can like evolve into a bunch of different stuff. That's the whole point of the Pokemon. But I had no idea, because that was the first time I was playing Pokemon, and I wasn't able to speak English. Like, I didn't know English yet, right? So I didn't read it either. And I was playing, and then every single time I got an Espeon. Every single time. And I really wanted like a different one. Just because every time I played a playthrough, it was always an Espeon. And I had a few friends who also had the game. One of my siblings had Soul Silver, I think. Like the game that goes with Heart Gold. And one other friend also had Heart Gold. I don't like how these are looking. They're a bit ugly, so I'm gonna get rid of them. Yep. And we could not figure out how to get something other than an Espeon at all. Like, I really wanted an Umbreon. And to get an Umbreon, I think you have to... It evolves the same way as Espeon, which is with a high enough friendship level. But you had to do it at night. And, like, I wasn't playing the game at night, and I wasn't aware that you could just change the clock on the DS and it would be nighttime, right? Because I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to be up very late. At least not playing games. So yeah, I was always stuck with Espeon, and I didn't like it because it was pink. But nowadays, I'm fine with pink. Espeon is really cute. Not sure about this one though. This looks strange. Whatever, Weeball. Ew. Ew, pink. Ew. Exactly. Exactly. This will be chocolate milk. If I succeed. If I don't succeed, it will be something else. You like the smooth Espeon? That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. Ango is so funny. Yeah, I really like it. I think it's super fun. Let's see, that could be like... Yeah, it's a nice color. Bro is literally hanging out. Yep. And also, I think I was really disappointed that my Espeon, like that my Eevee evolved into Espeon every time, because the Eevee was never a girl and it was pink. And I was really against, like, personally having a pink non-girl Espeon. Like, I think I wanted a pink girl Espeon, right? But wasn't happening. Because the Eevee was always a boy, and obviously that's how it goes. Okay, little milk carton. Chalky milk. Cute, cute, cute. Ooh, milk next. As per this is suggestion. I think the bottles are like transparent glass bottles, and then the milk is visible through them. Trying to kind of find a hue. Playing games at the moment, so semi-lurking. That's fine. Completely fine. Lurking is welcome. No lurkers. No. Lurking is very welcome. Like I said many times, I'm happy if this can be relaxing. What's it called? Just something you can have on in the background. I often really, really like having a background noise. So, honored to be that, if that's the case. Lurking us all, trying to figure out the lo-fi. Snail discriminates against lurkers. No, no, Vana, you can't go spreading propaganda like this. This is not true. This is not true. Do not listen to the propaganda, okay? No! It's the end of my career. It's the end. No, I'll never become famous enough for Otakit to let me demo the model. Devastating. I'm devastated. That's what I thought. That's good. That's my inspiration for the cry. There was a point in time when the cry was like, I would do that all the time. And then I was told that it's fairly annoying to hear all the time. Therefore, I'm not doing it all the time anymore. Should I say all the time one more time? Yeah. My pride and joy is my weird fake cry. And I love you. And I miss you. And I just wanted you to call me back. That kind of thing. Well, I guess it's a little bit annoying when it's like not 24/7, but close to it. I understand. Can get a bit over the top. I wish I cared less. Now I'm actually like doing reflections on the glass bottle. Every time I think about it, I just picture the cars again. The cars? I think I don't know this one. What cars? I feel like I'm so out of it. Bum, 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 bum. Gonna merge some layers at some point because to be honest, I don't need all these layers. Yeah, I can't think of what cars. Oh! Yeah, okay, now I got it. Yes, I have seen that. I was thinking of like the movie Cars. Like, this was Pesto, if I recall right. Like the movie Cars, like maybe there's an I love you and I miss you and I just wanted you to call me back. Cars. Like edit. Maybe? Yeah, my bad. I don't know if I'm gonna get any of these jars looking like glass jars. Try. It does sound like cars zooming by though. Definitely agree with that. Some fancy pesto. Or maybe not fancy, because the rest of the fridge's contents aren't really bougie. So we'll go with... How do you spell bougie anyways? I always just think of like... How do you spell candle in French? Late response, but yeah, this chill stream is nice, balanced to the W2 chaos. Bougie. Yeah, maybe like this. Yeah. Maybe like that? Because like candle in French is like this. Bougie. And it's candle. And bougie, like bougie is from bourgeoisie, no? Like this? Bourgeoisie? Bougie? When something's bougie? Maybe it could be like that actually. The Kai you wrote. Because that makes sense to me. It must be true because it makes sense to me. Good night, Mana. Have sweet dreams of the wonderful Ohraket customizable model. Or of anything else you want to dream of. And thank you for joining. Bye. Let's see. Pesto, milk, jockey milk. Beer cans next. Or you know what? I don't really like beer, so let's make longaro instead. It's this lovely, lovely thing we have here in Finland. Let's see. Yeah, just so that they're recognizable enough. It's fun, a little Finnish flair. Gotta represent. Starting to eat with this lo-fi. Aww. God damn. That's good to hear. Very good to hear. Be soon that dream of customized, not customized, custom made background music will be a reality for me. No pressure. Although, I do think that it must be kind of difficult to make lo-fi beats that are good. Nice. Yeah, that's good. Good. It must be difficult to make lo-fi beats that are like nice and catchy and that you like having in the background, but then not too distracting, right? So that they work as a background music without being too over the top, overpowering. What's the word? Too noticeable? That makes sense? It's good to hear that it's fun though, and going well. Yeah, I think that's what I'm struggling with. I want to make pretty melodies, but it would be too much. Yeah. Maybe you can invent a genre that's like lo-fi beats, but like a bit more musical. I don't know if that already exists or not. Maybe this is some kind of cabbage. Green things in the fridge for a bit of healthy options. Let's do green. Yeah, there we go. And I think I need something like to block like over here. Some kind of canned soup, maybe? Yeah, that's pretty good. Canned soup on the way. Or like canned tomatoes. That's fun. This doesn't look like tomatoes though. This looks like some weird ominous thing. Maybe it could have a oh. Like that. It's a bit rotated. To be honest, the definition of lo-fi confuses me a bit, because the calm study beats are the most popular version of it, but I don't think it has to be that in order to be considered lo-fi. Lo-fi do be standing for low fidelity. Ooh, what does low fidelity mean in music? Is it like, like simple in a way? Low fidelity? Super interesting. New things I'm learning today as well. Do we need the top shelf? I think I'm gonna have to throw a filter on this at some point for sure. Like lower quality. Ah, okay. So it just, yeah, okay, I get what that means. Yeah, that's interesting. There's a whole genre for something that's like low quality. Oh, wrong tool. So, for example, in lo-fi music stuff, like vinyl crackles are pretty common. Oh, I see. So it's like nostalgic, maybe, like older stuff. Reminiscent of that, at least. Like, I know how it sounds like. It's just a bit difficult to describe for me. I think the idea is that it kind of carries a nostalgic and thus relaxing vibe. Yeah, that makes sense. Here, it's like, yeah, calming. Exactly. That was what I was gonna say. It's like nice, calming, fitting for the background. Not too, like nowadays, I feel like everything wants to just grab your attention because that's how everything works, right? Nowadays, but maybe something older like that is not designed with look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me in mind, but rather a, well, you know what? Let's make something that sounds nice. Relaxing, even. What did I just do? I keep changing my, what's it called? It's a nice pickle green. You know what? I'm gonna throw a bit crusher on what I'm making to try this. It's a good idea. Do we think this is a pickle green? I never eat pickles. Thinking this is a pickle green. Yeah? Kind of stripey. Yeah, I think that looks like pickles. Alright. That doesn't look nice though, whatever I did there, so. Gonna make some kind of pudding. Put the reflection of the pudding there. In the jar. Let's see, one more thing. This thing, whatever is in here. Just some kind of plastic box, I suppose. With a, you're like an orange lid. Yeah, that could be something. Yes, indeed. And then tomatoes and some kind of, what was it, bok choy? Bok choy is word of the stream. Be a bit darker for the tomatoes. Yeah, so that they're just like a little bit visible through there. Not aiming for the highest realism right now. Just so that I can have something there. See the pickles? Yeah! They're there on the top shelf. I'm happy that they look like pickles. Recognizable enough. I never have pickles in the house, so. Yeah. I think this looks like a fridge. I'm gonna remove that. And now it's time for a epic shadow layer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of get everything that I want to be in some sort of shadow that I don't feel is enough at its current shadowiness point. And I'm gonna lasso it. Gonna kind of use it for outlines as well. And then I'm gonna throw a shadow on it and then maybe tweak it a little bit. I can put tabs on the cans with the shadow, for example. I might have missed it, but are those longer cans at the bottom? Yes, they are. Good eye. They definitely are. Gotta represent. Then with this kind of bigger general shadow layer, I can pretty easily still add in some objects if I feel like the fridge is at this point too empty. And I feel like I might feel like that. Okay, it's getting pretty alright. I don't think there would be a huge amount of shadow on the top shelf if it's like the brightest. Let's see what there would be. Some kind of soft light maybe. Actually, I kind of vibe with overlay. If I make it a bit darker, less obviously. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I like that. And then opposite to that, I might go with a dissolve mode for the brush. Yeah, student version empty fridge. But then I would actually have to draw the entire cat in there. I'm using a dissolve mode on the brush because this is something I like to do. I like to put a dissolve brush thing sometimes as kind of like a highlight. Because then when I put the layer on overlay, the dissolve is there, it makes like a nice soft glow. Sometimes I have to look at the secondary monitor to see the piece from afar to make sure that I'm doing what I want to be doing. It's very easy to just stare at some drawing and then not really realize what's going on if you're staring at it from really close all the time, and I kind of am because honestly this drawing screen is huge and in my face, so I'm really vibing with this kind of more low effort looking drawing style now. Not polishing every detail and stuff. It's really nice. Feels good. Just honestly kind of groundbreaking because I don't often feel that good drawing, I'm more one of those people who like the outcome rather than the process itself. But right now I'm really enjoying the process, which is surprising but nice. So those outlines. I'm only putting the outlines kind of where I feel like some line weight would help with the readability of the photo. Drawing image, not photo, I guess. So under stuff and around where there's overlaps. It's almost ready. Overlay for that too. That'd look nice with a bit of texture. Yeah, I think it does actually. It's a good addition. All of these look completely different from each other. At least to me. Some people sometimes they told me, "Oh yeah, I think you have a like really distinct art style," but then when I look at stuff that I make, I'm like, I think all of these look completely different. Not a bad thing in my opinion, just yeah. This might be it. One more. One more layer, I think. Yeah, this one looks a bit different. I love it too. I think this might be my favorite one out of these. More kind of loose. Wish I had a cat. Maybe someday. Maybe someday I can have a cat. Needs one more. I don't know, for some reason I feel like this one should have like really stark white lighting. Maybe not white, but strong at least. Does that look like anything? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And then this is the last place where yes, I could put a bit of a suggestion of a back wall. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Espeon ready. Thank you. I like it too. I'm really happy with it. Yes. I have to. Whoop. Okay, where am I? There. My mouse was having an adventure somewhere. Actually, you know what? This might look nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Just got back. It looks so good. Yay, thank you! It is ready. The Espeon climbing into the fridge. I think with this one, it's really funny little creature indeed. This one, I mean, it's really important that it has like a dark, or at least a very vivid, like whatever it is, the color has to be intense background. That's a bit too lame. I don't know, maybe like pink? White? You know what? That looks nice. I like that. Thank you! Espeon is ready. And let's look at everything ready together. I really have to, you know what? This is what I did in the first stream. Klefki and not Munchlax, Trubbish. To name this one Espeon. And then today we did Wooper, Munchlax, and Espeon. Hell yeah. So many. Well, I'm an hour over time. It takes me so long to get into the groove that I always end up with a very long stream. The dark is good because it looks like it's sneaking in during the middle of the night. Yeah, I like that vibe. You know, when you're in the middle of the night and want to open the fridge and then your cat just jumps in like meow, 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 wanting some food. I'm sure that happens to some people who own cats. Not me, though. I don't own a cat. But yeah, I will be posting. Oh wait, actually I didn't even check these black and white. Pretty nice. Works. I will be posting all of these onto my Twitter if you want to go take a look. And thank you everybody so much for joining the stream. Welcome again. I will most likely do another drawing stream next week. Yes, next week. Thank you for the stream. The art came out great. Thank you. I'm happy it was fun. I'm happy it was fun. Yeah. Probably, I'm not sure if Monday or Thursday next week. Yes, but next week there shall be more drawing and probably also gaming a little bit. Thank you for joining. Goodbye and good night.